In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at doing a tasting review of the entire line of Don Pilar Tequilas right here on the Tequila Hombre, coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of the full line of Don Pilar Tequilas. We have the Blanco, the Repo, the Añejo, and the Extra Anejo to talk about today and do a tasting and review of. Should be a great episode. Hopefully I won't get too drunk here before the end of the episode. Start off with a couple of announcements first. First of all, I'd like to welcome EBA 101 to the community. He joined as an aficionado member, and we appreciate that, and hope he enjoys the additional content and privileges he gets as a member. So welcome EBA 101 to the community. We're glad to have you, and look forward to giving you some great content and stuff as an aficionado member of the channel. Hey, Shaman, how are you? Welcome. Hello. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it for this review. It's going to be a really cool review. Get lots of good information about this, and then we're going to taste through all of these and kind of go over the aging and stuff on them. So a little bit about the brand. The gentleman that owns the brand, his name is Don Jose Pilar Contreras. He is an agavero. So his family has been growing agave up in the Los Altos region of Jalisco for many, many, many generations. Okay. So they know, when you're dealing with somebody that's an agavero that's making tequila, that they really want to put out a good quality product. They really want the agave to shine because that's their livelihood. That's what they do. So Don Pilar has 5 different ranches up in the Los Altos region of Jalisco, where they grow these agave. And so when he created this tequila, he wanted a tequila that represents the agave. It really highlights a good quality agave. And so that's how he came up with this brand. So that's kind of the story about the brand. They selected a distillery that is up in the highlands, that's close to where his ranches are, so they don't have to go very far. And he uses his own crew to make the tequila. So knowing that, let's get into how the tequila is made, so we can get all the details on what's going on here. So the tequila is made out of NOM 1443. The name of the distillery is Grupo Industrial Tequilero de Los Altos. It is located up in San Ignacio, Cerro Gordo, Jalisco, which is up in the Los Altos region. The master distillers working on this brand are Gabriel Espindola and Leopoldo Solis Tinoco. They use Weber Blue agave grown by Don Pilar on his ranches. They're 8 years old. They wait for them to mature 8 years before they use them. And they cook them for 24 hours in an autoclave. And then they let them rest for 24 hours before they then use a roller mill to extract the sugars out of the agave fibers. Now, once they extract the sugars into the mosto, they then ferment it in open air tanks, and they play classical music. So they do the Mozart method to really encourage those yeasts to work hard to change those sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide and all the other byproducts that come from fermentation. After fermentation is complete, then it is twice distilled using a stainless steel still with copper coils, and then it is distilled. It is then bottled at 40% for the Blanco, and then we'll get into all the different other aged spirits when we get to those. And then it is 40% alcohol by volume, and bottled in these really cool kind of interesting bottles. I like the way they look. The only bad thing about them is because they're so wide, you can't put a lot of them together, you know, so if you've got them on a shelf, they take up more space than a normal skinnier bottle like this does, you know. But they're cool. Whenever you see it, you know it's a Don Pilar bottle. All right. So there you go. There's the information about how it's made and a little background information about the brand. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what this is all about. Oops. Oh, it seems like the corks are glued in. So the cap came off the cork. So we'll have to do a little... I'll have to re-glue this back on, I guess. This happens occasionally with some bottles. There we go. I got the cork out. It's a artificial cork. All right, let's put a little bit of the Blanco. And let's see what we got. All right, looking at this in the glass, it coats the glass nicely. It's leaving some pearls on there and stuff. Looks good. Crystal clear. It's beautiful. Looks beautiful in the glass. So I don't see anything that's turning me off about this so far. So let's see what we get on the nose. I am getting beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ripe cooked agave coming through. So I'm getting beautiful cinnamon and baking spices that come through. Really nice sweetness that's coming through on it. It's got a nice fruitiness coming through, like citrus. And kind of like a tropical fruit as well. And hints of vanilla on there, is getting hints of vanilla coming through as well on the Blanco. It's got a nice sweet aroma to it. It smells delicious. All right, so let's see what it tastes like. Beautiful, ripe, cooked agave. So you're definitely getting the sweet cinnamon and baking spices that you look for from cooked agave. Hint of anise coming through. And then it's got like kind of a tart fruitiness in there as well. Kind of like citrus, like orange peel coming through on it, which is nice. And it finishes with a little bit of a bitterness with sweetness mixed in on the tongue. So it's kind of like a black licorice anise kind of flavoring on the finish with the hint of that cinnamon sweetness that's in there as well. This is good. It's a nice Blanco. Definitely very sippable. If you're a Blanco person, you will enjoy this immensely. This is a really nice Blanco. So how many agave would I give this? I'd give this one 4 agave. I definitely would recommend picking some up. For $37.99, I'm going to keep it on my shelf. It's good. It's a good Blanco. I like it. I like it a lot. Very nice. All right. So that's the Blanco. So let's take a look at the Reposado. So I'm going to clean off my palette here real quick. Hey, Robert, how are you? Hello, Tequila Hombre. I've been wanting to buy this brand for several months. It should be super informative. Okay, good. I hope you do find it super informative. All right, so we're going to put the Blanco over here. And let's take a look at the Reposado. Now, the Reposado is aged for 6 months in virgin white oak, American oak barrels. So these aren't previously used bourbon barrels. They're brand new American white oak barrels that they use for aging. So I like it when they use new barrels because you get more robust flavor profile from it. You're not getting bourbon mixed in. And a lot of times you get a fuller, like a nuttier, woodier flavor profile from it. And it draws out more of the vanillin, which gives you more vanilla and more caramel and stuff that come out of the barrel. In 6 months, it doesn't need a whole lot of time to get a pretty rich and complex flavor profile. So this should be good. All right, so let's take a look. In the glass. All right, so looking at this in the glass, coats the glass nicely. It's leaving some nice pearls. You can see the break there on the coating, and then it's got some nice pearls on it. Looking at the tequila itself, it is a light straw color, little light straw, very light golden. I wouldn't say gold. I'd say it's more of like a light to medium straw color. Looks crystal clear, looks good. All right, on the nose. I'm getting really nice ripe cooked agave, so sweet cinnamon, really sweet cinnamon up front with some like clove and nutmeg mixed in there. Picking up some tropical fruit, like some fruit that's tart and sweet together, like papaya and maybe pineapple coming through on it. A nice hint of vanilla and chocolate and like kind of a sweet, creamy caramel in there as well. It's all very light too. It's not super like in your face, but it really kind of joins together nicely to give you just a really nice flavor profile or nice nose on it. It's very inviting on the nose, and it's very effervescent. It's very fresh. It's not, overpowering. It's very light, and I could sit here and smell this for a while. It smells really good. All right. Enough with a nose in this. Let's get into the flavor profile. Has a nice creamy mouthfeel to it. Agave is the hero. I like that. Yes, agave is the hero on this. You're definitely getting the sweet cinnamon and baking spices coming through right from the beginning. So you're getting the nutmeg and the cloves mixed with a really nice sweet cinnamon flavor. A little hint of oakiness right in the middle. And it finishes with just a light tad of vanilla and caramel coming through on the finish. And it leaves you on the finish with this really nice caramel, just light caramel, cinnamon, sweet cinnamon kind of flavor on the finish. I like it a lot. It's really good. This is a nice repo in that it's very easy to drink. It goes down really easy. It's not harsh at all. It's not overbearing on the wood. The agave is still the hero here, which I love in a good reposado. This is very good. So how would I rate the reposado? I'd give this one 4 agave as well. I recommend this one. This is recommended. Very nice. If you're a repo person, you should pick up a bottle of this and try it. We have it on ferment and still. We have the whole line. I made sure we got the whole line on ferment and still. This is really good. Really enjoyable. I know this bottle probably won't last me very long. I will thoroughly enjoy sipping on this repo. And I might even have a cigar with it. Very enjoyable. I like this a lot. I need to finish this because I don't have something. All right. That was really good. That is a really good reposado. Okie dokie. A little water, clean the palate. And now we're on to the Añejo. Now this is aged 20 months in American white oak barrels as well. New barrels. They don't use, you can see how nicely golden brown that is just looking at it through the bottle. So let's see what the difference is. So far we know the Blanco is really rich on the cinnamon and baking spices, cooked agave. There's a hint of citrus in there. With the Reposado, and then kind of with aging in wood for the new American white oak wood for 6 months. What did it do to it? Well, it kind of muted down a little bit the agave, but the agave was still there, and it added a little bit of tropical fruit to it, and vanilla and light vanilla, very light vanilla and caramel on the finish. It was a nice accent to the Blanco. So let's see what the difference is now with the Añejo. We'll pour a little bit in the glass. And we'll take a look at this in the glass. All right, so looking at that in the glass, coats the glass nicely. You can see it all coming off there, breaking, leaving pearls on the glass. Looks good. Looking at the tequila itself, it is a deep golden brown, crystal clear, looks very good, looks delicious. Now, you saw the tasting video. We taste with all of our senses when it comes to tasting tequila and stuff. So starting off, looking at it in the glass, I'm actually already salivating on how good this looks. And that's, sometimes though you can start out going, anticipating it's going to be good, and then taste it and find out it's not good. I'm hoping that's not the case with this, but we'll see. All right, so on the nose, the cooked agave still forward there, which I like a good Añejo that's got the cooked agave still in the front, and I'm still definitely picking it up on the nose, which is that sweet cinnamon, cloves and nutmeg, baking spices kind of mixed in with it. And then I'm also picking up tropical fruits, so like a tart fruitiness coming through on it as well. Like pineapple coming through. Hints of vanilla, definitely there. Hints of bittersweet chocolate mixed in as well. And then I'm kind of getting like the two bittersweet chocolate and the vanilla kind of coming together to form like a nice light caramel. There's actually a hint of butterscotch, I think, coming through. I think, yeah, definitely picking up like some butterscotch notes on the nose on this. It's really nice. It smells really inviting. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats the mouth beautifully. Definitely has a viscous mouthfeel to it. Ripe cooked agave up front, so that sweet cinnamon and baking spices is definitely there in the front. Hint of oakiness, picking up some tropical fruit, followed by citrus. And then it's got a richer vanilla with like a really sweet butterscotchy caramel on the finish that just kind of lingers on the tongue for a while and hangs with you on the finish. I still have like this butterscotchy caramel still on my tongue, and it's kind of just sitting there saying, hey, I'm still here. I still taste it, which is nice. I like it. I like something that it still stays for a while. It gives you a longer finish on it. And this definitely does that. I would rate this as it's a long finish. I mean, it's still there right now. So I'd give it a long finish. Yeah. Really nice. Really nice Añejo. I think so far, I like the Añejo best, I think, so far. But they're all very good. So how would I rate this Añejo? I'd give this one, I'm going to give this one 4.5 agave. It's not quite up to 5, but I'd definitely give it 4.5. This is a beautiful Añejo. And for the price that we have on Ferment and Still, I don't think you can beat it. It's really good. So I'd recommend this. It's very good. I think that if you're an Añejo drinker, you're going to really like this. Yeah, this is really good. I would definitely say this is a top 10er for me on the Añejo side of things. Very nice. Very nice. I like it a lot. I could definitely sit with this one and sip on it with a cigar and thoroughly enjoy this. I definitely could. That's good. Would I drink it as a sipper or more? No. All of these would be sippers for me. I wouldn't consider any of these a mixers at all so far, Robert. Yeah, I like it too. I mean, this is really good. I'm really impressed with this brand so far. All right, so let's check out the Extra Añejo now. Clean the palate off. Now the Extra Añejo is a little different. It's what they call double oaked. Okay, so it starts out where they do 36 months in American white oak. Okay, and then they do another 4 months in French oak. So it's got the best of both worlds. And you know how I like French oak?
Oh yeah, French oak and we get along quite nicely.
You know how much I like my French oak. And so this is kind of a mixture of both, where the majority of it's aged in American white oak, and then it's finished in a French oak limousine cask, which adds a little flavor. Now, the one thing that's really cool about this too is that each bottle is numbered. You can see it's numbered. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Focus. Come on, focus. There we go. Each bottle is numbered, and then it's hand autographed by Jose Contreras himself, Don Pilar. Jose Pilar Contreras. So these are really cool bottles. So this bottle was $18,089, and then it was signed by Jose Pilar Contreras, which is Don Pilar himself. Now, if you're ever in the Bay Area in California, he lives here, so you can actually see him at Costco, where he'll sign bottles and stuff for you at Costco up in the Bay Area in Northern California. I've yet to see him, but I've been to the Bay Area and bought bottles there, and I've never run into him though. But from what I understand, he'll show up at Costco and sign bottles and stuff. And he's just a really, really, really super nice guy. So I look forward to meeting him someday. Hopefully I can. So this is the Extra Añejo. 36 months in American white oak barrels, 4 months in French oak. Yeah, $46 for a good Añejo sipper. Yeah, it's definitely great for the price. It's definitely, you can't beat it. You can't beat it for the price. This would normally be easily an $80 to $100 Añejo if somebody else was making it and trying to jack with the price. Easily an $80 Añejo. I would easily pay $80 for it. I mean, there's some Añejos on here that I've paid more for that weren't nearly as good as this Añejo. So it's really, really good. I think Añejo drinkers are going to really like the Añejo. If you're a Reposado drinker and like Repos, you're going to really like, I mean, honestly, if you're a Blanco drinker, you're going to like the Blanco. If you're a Repo drinker, you're going to really like the Repo. If you're an Añejo drinker, you're going to really like the Añejo. And let's see what the Extra Añejo is like. But, you know, the Blanco is priced in the normal range. I think the Repo and the Añejo are pretty inexpensive for what you're getting, for the quality that you're getting. The Añejo for $46, I mean, you can't beat it. And we have the full line. You can buy them all in ferment and still. We have the full line. So this is the extra Añejo. 36 months in American White Oak, 4 months at a French Limousine. Let's see what we're looking at here. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass. Look at that. Look at those legs and tears coming down. Beautiful. Oh, extra Añejo drinkers, take note. Looking at the tequila itself, it is a deep amber brown. Look at that. It looks beautiful. Remember, these are not used bourbon barrels they're using. They're virgin oak barrels they're using. So that looks wonderful. And then French oak limousine barrels. So let's see what we get on the nose on this. Oh, it's an extra Añejo over 3 years. And I'm still picking up agave, which I love. I love an extra Añejo that still has the agave. You know, when the barrel aging wipes out the agave, for me, that it's just you're drinking like bourbon. It's like, you know, 2 barrel forward. And I like the agave to be there. I like that sweet cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg and other baking spices. I love that to be up front on this. And I'm definitely picking that up on the nose. I'm also picking up the tropical fruit is still there. So it's kind of like a tart, sweet tropical fruits like papayas and pineapple. Picking up some citrus on the nose as well. Like citrus zests, like orange peel. And definitely has a vanilla presence there. Dark chocolate. Hint of cherry mixed in there as well. And a hint of butterscotch on the nose as well. This smells very good. Very good. It smells like heaven. All right. Let's try it. Coats the mouth really nicely. Nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Wow, this is really good. Getting the sweet, super sweet cinnamon up front from the cooked agave. I'm then getting a little hint of like cherry. Beautiful, 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 ripe baked agave up front. Hint of cherry in there. A little bit of anise mixed in the middle. Little oaky bitterness. But then it hits you with vanilla, dark chocolate, hint of butterscotch. And it finishes with this really nice, creamy caramel that kind of just coats your tongue and hangs out for a while. It's still there. I still got it on the tongue. Ooh. Yeah, I could do some serious damage with this extra Añejo. So if you're a cigar smoker, this would hold up very nicely to a medium-bodied, full-bodied cigar. Very enjoyable after dinner extra Añejo. Even if you just wanted to sit back and enjoy all the different flavors in it, this is a really nice extra Añejo. How would I rate this? I'd give this one 4 agave as well. I definitely recommend it. It's very good extra Añejo. I recommend it. It's going to be definitely, I'll keep a bottle on my shelf. I will. This is the kind of extra Añejo I enjoy. I enjoy this. I enjoy one like Tapatio Excelencia. I like the agave to still be present and not wiped out by the barrel aging. And this one, it's still there. It's still there. It's not wiped out by the barrel aging. I think they do a good job of making sure that the agave is still the hero there, and it still is. Kudos. So we're looking at what, 4 agave across the board, 4.5 agave for the Añejo. Let's head out to the questions from our aficionado members and see what we got going on here. Hey Andy, how are you doing, buddy? Yes, yeah, I think you do need to try. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. Definitely try it. And we do have them on ferment and still. I don't know the pricing on all of them right off the bat, but we have every expression. So Graybeard says, I only mix tequilas that I regret buying that aren't bad enough to dump. So far, everything you have recommended, Tequila Hombre, that I've bought has been excellent sipper quality. Oh, good. I'm glad. I like having a track record like that. And, you know, I like I said, I tell people this all the time. I will never refer you to anything that I don't think you'll thoroughly enjoy. But there's sometimes that our flavor profiles don't match up. And if that happens, I'm sorry. But when I say something is really, really good, I will stake my reputation on it that it's really, really good. And most of the time, people respond back and say that they agree with me, which I love hearing that. You don't have to agree with me if you don't want to, and that's fine. We all have different flavor profiles. We all like different things, and I'm not going to be upset about it. You know, it's just maybe our flavor profiles didn't match up on something, which is perfectly fine. You're good. I'm good. We're all good. Okay. There's lots of love to go around. I don't hate on people for not agreeing with me. I don't cancel people for not agreeing with me. The only time I cancel somebody for not agreeing with me is if they do it in a manner that is not nice. That's all. You be nice, disagree, cool. But if you're a jerk about it, I don't have time to deal with jerks. I have so many people that are here on the channel that are awesome people, that are good quality people, that want to learn and want to share. We don't have time to deal with jerks. Am I right? All right. So I'm glad that all these recommendations that I've made for you, Graybeard, have hit the notes for you. And I will strive to make sure that I never refer anything to you guys that I personally wouldn't stand behind. This line I would personally stand behind. I see 2012 on the bottle. Is it vintage? No, it's not vintage. I got this from Ferment and Still. This is the batch that's out now. So it was made in 2012. So you figured 2012, it was aged for 4 years. So it puts it 2016. So it's probably been, probably sitting in the warehouse, the distributor. But this is the year that when you buy on Ferment and Still, this is the bottle they'll send you right now. It's 2012, unless they have got a different year in now. But I ordered this on Ferment and Still, and it came in. So this is what they're shipping out of Ferment and Still. Hey, Shaman says, not sure if you mentioned, but did Don Pilar send you the lineup to try, or did you purchase? No, I purchased all of these. Don didn't send me these, so all of these were purchased. I purchased them through Ferment and Still. I do buy a lot through Ferment and Still. I know I recommend you guys buy stuff through them. I purchase a lot through them, so I'm a partner in it, but I still buy stuff from them just because they have a good lineup and the pricing's good on it. So I still buy stuff from there. So I don't get all my tequila for free. I pay for it just like everybody else does. And I order it. So, and you guys, those guys in Tequila Talk, you can see when I get my orders in, I take a picture and post them. So I do order and they do have them shipped to me. So all of these were ordered on Ferment and Still and shipped to me. So I did buy them. They weren't provided for. Yeah, so many different decisions. Oh, I'm sorry that I threw you a curveball, Todd. But knowing you and your flavor profile just from getting to know you over the time. I don't think there's anything that here that would not agree with what you like based on what I've gotten feedback from you when I've recommended stuff for you. So, yeah, I think you're going to really like the Añejo and the Extra Añejo. It's not Cascana's XA 100 proof single barrel, nowhere near it, but it's good and it's not nearly as expensive. So I think you'd enjoy the whole line. If you want to have a really nice Repo and Blanco and Añejo and Extra Añejo, I think you would enjoy the whole line. Hey, Shaman, how are you, buddy? Love having so many good tequila options. You have opened up so many different great tequila flavors. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad. I love sharing this stuff with you guys and opening up your guys' minds to trying new and different things, especially those of you that are watching that, before only thought there was Jose Cuervo or Cazadores or any of those. There's a whole bunch of other different good quality tequilas out there that will blow a lot of those that you find in the supermarket or the grocery stores out of the water. And so that's what I want to do, is kind of give you exposure to those so you guys can try some of these and really see what a good tequila is all about. I want to walk into a place sometime, because I do walk into stores around here and I'll be wearing a shirt that has something with tequila on it. And people always say, oh, you think, like I was wearing a vaccine shirt that said tequila is the vaccine for 2020. And a lady at the counter was like, oh, I wish I agreed with you, but tequila and I just don't get along. And it's like, and I told her, I said, well, it's because you don't drink the right tequila. You drink anything that's poor quality and it's going to give you a headache or make you sick, right? I mean, you eat at McDonald's too much, you're going to get sick. So the whole idea is, watch the channel, learn about it, and pick the good stuff. It won't disagree with you, and you'll have good flavor profiles, and you'll have a positive experience with it, where it'll erase those negative experiences you had of drinking Jose Cuervo Gold or any mixtos and stuff, especially those of us that are a little older in age, where they were sending the mixtos over to the U.S. because they wanted to keep the good stuff in Mexico. We grew up on Jose Cuervo Gold. We grew up knowing that we were going to get sick and have a headache after drinking it. Well, not anymore. You don't have to anymore. And so that's one of the things that I really want to help you guys with, is being able to try some of the newer, even not newer, but some of the good stuff you didn't know existed before, the stuff that was being kept a secret and hoarded by people that knew. I'm sharing stuff with you that some people don't want me to share with you, and they're haters on my channel and with against me because of it. So I think knowledge is power, and the more I can educate you guys on what's out there, and the more the more power you'll have to make good decisions that will positively affect you in the future. Right? Okay, so Andy says, I'm originally from the Bay Area. I hope I run into him next time I'm in town to get my bottles signed. Yeah, well, he shows up to some of the different Costco's up there and will sign bottles. I haven't seen him on any of my trips up there. My sister-in-law used to live in Concord in the Bay Area, and so I used to go up there and I'd pick up the Añejo in the Costco, and then some people are like, oh, he was just here, like during Christmas time is when he normally, I guess, shows up, and so it's like, oh, he was just here, you missed him, he was here like a couple days ago signing bottles, and it's like, oh, darn. But from what I understand, he's the nicest guy, and I'd love to meet him sometime and let him know that I appreciate his tequila. Hey, Robert, great. I'm getting off for real tasting set. Oh, nice. I think if you got off for, when you do, if you buy off for, comment and let me know what you think. Okay. Let me know if I hit the nail on the head on these or not. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and hear what you think. Okay. So let me know, we talk all the time, Robert. So I would love to hear what you think. The only battle I have is figuring out which is my favorite. I go back and forth, can't make up my mind, but love the challenge of trying to figure. Well, you know, the nice thing, a graybeard, is that you don't have to pick a favorite. You know, it's like if you have, 4 kids, you can love all of your kids and you can love them all equally. You don't have to pick a favorite child. Well, think of tequila like your children. I do. I've got 600 plus bottles here, right? And when people ask me, what's your 5 top tequilas? I can't pick 5 top tequila. I can't pick 1 top tequila. I can't pick 5 top tequilas because I appreciate them all for different reasons. They're different. They have different flavor profiles. One day I'm like, okay, I feel like having corrido, which is right here, right? I feel like having the corrido añejo. And then another day I'm like, I don't really feel like having corrido. I want ocho, single barrel añejo right here. No, I really feel like having some of Felipe Camarena's magic. So I'm going to go with G4 right here and grab a G4 or a Pasote or even a Volins right here. Or, I want to have some Ana Romero Mena magic, and I really like her Reposado, so I'm going to grab the Mijenta right here. Or, I feel like having some Carlos Camarena magic, so I'm going to start with the Blanco of El Tesoro. Here we go. And work my way up to the Repo, and then to the Añejo, or to the single barrel Repo, and then the Añejo, and then the extra Añejo, all of El Tesoro right here. Or, hey, I want to have something super special, and I want the El Tesoro Paradiso right here, or the El Tesoro 70th anniversary right here. So it's like, depending on what you feel like and what kind of mood you're in, you can select something and enjoy it equally the same. You don't have to pick a best. You don't have to set up which ones you like best. Don't do it. Just enjoy them all. And enjoy them all for different reasons, for their individuality, It's like, it's like women. It's like men for women. You like hanging around with different people for different reasons. They have a great personality. They're very warm and friendly. They're very inviting and accepting, or they're just good looking. Whether it's a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. You don't have to pick, well, I like her because, she's my favorite of all my friends. No, you can have all of your friends and you can say, well, today I feel like spending, time with this person because, they're more in line with the way I feel today. Well, it's the same with the tequila. Okay. You don't need to pick a favorite. So I really enjoy when you do flight reviews. Always a joy to learn. Well, thank you, Todd. I'm glad you enjoy this. Right now when we doing the live stuff, I've been trying to do the whole line if I can. So, or at least a couple of different expressions from a line. So, now that we transitioned to doing these live where I can interact with you guys live, I actually enjoy doing them more. I didn't like doing the filming and then having to post later. And I love the interaction with you guys and you guys having questions real time to ask and being able to answer these real time with you guys. And so we're going to stick with doing the live reviews, I think. Because I really enjoy this interaction with you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy the interaction with me as well and enjoy watching these reviews. I've seen Don Pilar at my local liquor store, but I haven't tried it yet. I think I'm going to have to go and get myself a bottle as soon as video. There you go. Yeah, definitely. Go pick it up. Try it. I definitely recommend it. It's a good brand. And, you can't go wrong with any of the expressions. Hey, Shaman, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. You're a member, too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you supporting the channel. It really does help, and I really do appreciate it. I love all of you guys. I really do. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And for all of you that have joined the membership and are part of the aficionado community, you guys are in for a treat. It's going to be so much fun. A week from today, I am leaving for Guadalajara for 11 days, 10 days, for 10 days. And it's going to be a whirlwind tour, you guys. And we're going to be putting together some great content for the channel. And those of you that are aficionado members that have joined on the membership, and for those of you that don't know about the membership, if you notice there's a join button on the channel, and if you don't see that, it's probably because you're on Apple. And I put a link in the description where you can click and join anyways. Apple has some glitch where it doesn't let you see the join button. But for those of you that join, you guys are going to get some inside information on this trip. I'm going to be checking in with you guys the whole time and giving you some great behind the scenes information during the whole trip. And we might even be checking in with some of the master distillers, depending on how good the Wi-Fi signal is. Internet in Mexico is not stable. It's not very good. So depending on how good it is, I may check in with you guys where we'll do a Q&A with one of the master distillers as I'm hanging with them. Or if I can't do that, then I'll try to line up a time where when I get back, we can bring them in and do a members only a live stream with them where they can answer your questions. Okay. So it's going to be a whirlwind tour. It's going to be a lot of great information I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'll be posting all kinds of pictures and stuff in the community section too, and sharing some behind the scenes information from the master distillers themselves. And then for those of you that aren't a member, don't worry, I will be putting together video tours of all the distilleries so you guys can check back after I'll start doing live, streams again with the Q&As and the reviews, but I'll also be working on editing some tours so you guys can actually take video tours of the distilleries that we went to and see what it's like to visit a distillery and what it's like when it's working. And you can get a full backstage view of what it's like at the distilleries in Guadalajara. So I'm really going with the intent of creating some great content for you guys. I hope you enjoy it, and it's going to be a fun trip. And then also, when I come back, for those that are members of the aficionado community, I will be sharing with you what I bring back and some tips and tricks to enjoying them and where to find them and what they're all about, and even some reviews that are exclusive just to the community area. So you guys are going to get some special stuff. And it's just my way of saying thank you for supporting the channel by joining as a member, aficionado member. I really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate all that you do for the channel and spreading the word and helping us spread the word about that there's great tequila out there to be had, and you don't need to drink the bad stuff. All right. So there you guys go. Any other questions on Don Pilar that I can answer for anybody real quick? Just before I go, I'm going to take another sip of this extra Añejo, which, oh God, this is good. All right. It doesn't look like there's any more questions from the membership. So, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you. Friday, we will have another review, and then we'll do the Q&A on Monday, and that will be the end of our live streams until after I get back, because I'll be leaving Wednesday for Guadalajara. So for those of you that are part of the community, look for the pictures and stuff that I'll be posting as we travel there and start heading out on our expeditions there in Guadalajara in Jalisco. And until Friday for the next review, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila, so Don Pilar is a good choice to avoid any hangovers or punishment from drinking the bad stuff. Until next time, salute you guys. Bye.